Okay, so been kind of cold here lately. The sun's out today now. It's time to check eggs and feed the pigs here. So we'll go in and check eggs real quick. I've only got my cell phone on me, so we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I brought some new hay. We're gonna get a cold front come through again today. So I brought some fresh hay out here for Pork Chop and Wilma. I already put some in the chicken area, and Pork Chop has taken some of the hay, which I put right here, because I threw the rest of it over there. But I had some over here. Come on. Hey, come here. She took a mouthful and took it over there to Wilma. For some reason, it's right there. It's kind of weird. Anyhow, we go give Wilma hers. And there's Wilma's. She will be taking it in after she eats a little bit of it. Like I said, Pork Chop's all the way over there. She brought this little handful, mouthful, whatever, to the fence line. Don't know why. But she's eating it now, so I guess that's a good thing. And Wilma will now be going into her little house, carrying some in, I'm sure. We're getting ready to go check eggs, count birds, and then feed pigs. Pork Chop and Wilma should be ready to eat here shortly. I'm gonna feed them a little early today. Alright, so I had planned on doing some more video around the homestead, but it seems like Mother Nature had some other plans for us. I can't bring the camera out in this. Still snowing, not a whole lot right now, but as you can tell, we've had quite a bit of snow up on. All right, so we're inside the coop now. None of them are too thrilled about being in, and we've made an exception. I really don't like having the feed inside, but as you can tell, the ducks are not happy about being in here. None of our chickens are either. But this is the heat lamp area, and it is fairly warm in here now. So this is where they got to stay for the rest of the day. So anyhow, I just wanted to do a quick update. Not much going on. Everybody trying to stay warm. So I got to go get more water for these guys out here and get their eggs kind of brought in. All right, so it's been 2 days. Got the ducks and chickens cooped up in their coop. I'm gonna try and let them out today. Turn the camera around. The sun's out. It's actually above 0 right now. It was, I think, -7 this morning or something like that, and it's up to 13 degrees now. So here we go. Nobody's coming out. They're all hanging in here. I need to put more water in their buckets. Girls are laying eggs, which is cool. So, and I've still got the heat lamp in here. I'm gonna leave it in here until after the next snowstorm comes. So, go back outside here in a minute. Well, here they are. They're trying it out. They may or may not want to be out. Nobody's trying to venture out, really. I had 3 out. One of those 3, the rooster, Popcorn, he's back in. She's going to go back in. I bet you this one goes back in a minute. Yep. All right. We go ahead and get the water going, and we'll go from there. So here we are late in the day, getting ready to go feed the pigs. You take the mule. I'll leave the camera in the mule because it's still snowing out here. Alright, so it's still in the 20s here. Wind chills down in the teens. Go ahead, we're going to drive on over. Go ahead. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything when I get out, but there's Pork Chop and Wilma. Whoops, and the camera fell like I thought it might. Break Wilma's water loose. Alright, now to go check for eggs. Of course I can't bring the camera in with me for this part, so back. There's the coop. That's where I'm headed. So got to turn the camera off. Eggs are more important than the camera shot. So the recording will end for now. All right, so we had a bunch of ducks try to exit. They're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully they'll be smart enough to go back in if it gets too cold for them. Earlier, I left everything open. Left the front door open on the coop a little bit, just enough to let them out. The ducks are just now coming out again. And a couple of hens have come out. They're kind of like going in and out. A lot of little birds over here. Quite a bit of snow. So I haven't been over here today. It was like below 0 earlier this morning, and then a wind chill of like -17. Anyhow, it's been warm enough for me out here. I can walk around with my shirt coat instead of my insulated jacket. I guess that's what you get when you have days of freezing in the negatives weather, and then it's 22 degrees outside. All of a sudden it feels like you're having a heat wave, right? So, and I've lived in a colder climate before. I never wanted to go back to that. This is the reason why. I'm not big on snow and cold weather. So anyhow, all our animals are doing good. We've kept warm. We haven't lost power. I know a lot of places have lost power, especially in Texas. We've got family down there that my wife's son, his apartment complex, they lost power like I think 2 days ago, and they haven't had power since, which is kind of crazy. But my folks and my wife's daughter have not lost power, so they've had that. It's just rolling power outages down in that area. So another blessing for being in Arkansas right now on our homestead is that we're not dealing with power outages. We're just dealing with this really, really cold weather. And if we were in Texas, who knows what we would have. I know that the temperatures down there have been as cold as they are up here for the most part, within a few degrees of what we've had. And we're expecting another 4 to 8 inches of wet snow tonight, and more cold in the single-digit temperatures tomorrow for a while. But then after that, it's supposed to warm up to the 50s. I think the 40s and 50s by the weekend. And then I think next week we have some rain or something like that. But it makes it for a lot of fun, I guess. All right, so some of the issues that we have. All this snow, it's crazy. It's still coming down today. Pork Chop's out. She's kind of used to it. She's not really worried. Wilma, she's kind of hanging in her little house. But I have to come out every couple hours to check on their water because it gets pretty bad frozen. So, and Wilma gets bored. I've had to tie her trough so she can't pull it and dump it. Anyhow, I can't really keep my phone out here too long, so we'll be back. Egg production was up. We were getting up to 9 eggs a day, and now we're down to just a couple again. But you know, I think that's to be expected since they're a little bit unhappy about being inside. So, but they're warm and healthy. And I think we'll be able to let them out tomorrow sometime once all the snow and single-digit temperature weather goes away. I think we're supposed to be up almost. We're supposed to almost be above freezing tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. The heat lamp has really been doing good in here. It's kept the water from freezing up on them. And even though I've not wanted to put food or water in the coop, I had really, we didn't really have much of a choice this time. So I'll just clean the coop out and start from scratch here probably so that I don't have a problem with mice and rats. So anyhow, I'm gonna go in, have another cup of coffee. I'll be out in a couple hours to check waters and make sure everybody's cool again. So, all right. Before I go in, give everybody a kind of a idea. Shovel blade. It's almost a shovel blade thick, deep. Look at that. Still snowing. Just started up a little while ago again. Our 3 recuperating hens are in the garage still. This is, I think, day 3. So let's go ahead and shut that. And the only reason I have them in there is because there's only 3 of them, and I really don't, with the temperatures being as low as they are, I don't want them being frozen. Oh, and you can see the snowdrift right here by our wood burn barrels. It's drifted up pretty deep. I'd walk over, but I really don't want to get that deep. And then that field right there, the pond, I'd go out, but like I said, it's still snowing. Well, maybe we'll do this tomorrow once it supposedly stops and we actually have temperatures come up near the freezing mark instead of in the teens. So let's go ahead and we'll head back in. Ooh. Turn the camera. You know, we'll just say this for all of those who have lots of livestock, cattle, pigs, whatever it may be, not just chickens or ducks. And we just got 2 pigs in our chickens and ducks, but for those who have herds of cattle and all that, and you're in the South dealing with this stuff, I don't know, this is kind of crazy. I've never had to deal with this. Well, I've lived up in Minnesota and Washington State, but I never wanted to get back into the Minnesota cold. So anybody from Minnesota watching, I think your winter has come down south, so you need to kind of come get it. So take it back home with you. I think we've had enough. Check eggs. They aren't venturing very far from the front of the coop, so they know where the heat is, but they are out, and there they go. And we've got a couple of hens that are going to be out here too. Not as many eggs today. All right, so one hand. I don't do well. I don't want to break any of my eggs. So, back later. Deer blind, the old deer blind that I got to rip apart and rebuild. This is where we had the tree feeder hanging. Deer have been through here, but not a whole lot. So, turn it around. We're going to go back. falling in the snow to wake you up in the afternoon, right? So, whew. All right, another day. See you on the next video.